Gary Lamb, Main Event Mania, special Monday Night Football live edition. Big win for the Jets, but the bigger story is Aaron Rodgers going down, possibly with an Achilles tendon tear. Doesn't look good in the words of Jets head coach, former 49er head coach Robert Saleh. This is sad news for the NFL. The Jets were a big story, and you never want to see a key player in the story of the season go down. One more note on that game. The turf in New York is terrible. The 49ers know it very well. Nick Bosa went down on it in 2020. So did Jimmy Garoppolo. And now, sadly, Aaron Rodgers. I just want to bring this back to the 49ers and going back to the Trey Lance trade. Look, it's over and done, but the 49ers traded him to Dallas for a 4th-round pick. Look, we wanted to quiet the noise. If you're going to tell me this was to get money for Bosa and to free up cap space next year for Brandon Ayuk, then okay, fine, so be it. But the difference between Trey Lance and Sam Darnold wasn't that different to me. And if we would have kept Trey Lance, it would have given us the option to trade Sam Darnold right back to the Jets, who need a quarterback right now. They came back tonight. They have a stacked team. They had big-time playoff run dreams. And those dreams have gone by the wayside. If the stories are true, which are, not verified, but said it was likely by the Jets head coach Robert Saleh that Aaron Rodgers is out with an Achilles. They need a quarterback, and I don't think they want Carson Wentz. Zach Wilson, I don't know. I think, hey, look, if I'm the Jets, I would want Sam Darnold back. But now the 49ers put themselves in a position that they need Sam Darnold. Trey Lance is already gone. I think maybe the Niners have jumped the gun. And like I said, if the reason to get rid of Lance was to make sure we had that Bosa money, the 49ers have freed up all kinds of money this year. They renegotiated Trent Williams. Eric Armstead renegotiated. Kittle renegotiated. If they're doing that to make sure we got Bosa this year and for a long time, and we're going to keep Ayuk, fine, you have to do what you have to do. I don't think it was wise. I don't think it was wise to trade Trey Lance at that time. Maybe they should have waited for this occasion to make that trade right now. Quarterbacks get hurt all the time, and we could have had that opportunity to make that deal where maybe sending Sam Darnold over there. Maybe they don't want Trey Lance because they already got Zach Wilson, but having an experienced Sam Darnold, trade him to the Jets, and maybe the Niners get a 3rd-round pick from a desperate team. Hey, but that's not how it went. I just do want to say the same thing. Now the Cowboys, if anyone was more dominant than the 49ers, it was the Dallas Cowboys. And they have a tremendous defense led by Micah Parsons. I don't love Dak Prescott. I don't know. I just don't. I would hate to see Trey Lance be a big part of the Cowboys team and have it bite back the 49ers. Brock Purdy's the man. Glock Purdy, booyah, right? But if there's a weakness in the 49ers game, it's protecting their main assets. The 49ers have a problem protecting their quarterbacks and their running backs. I know Kyle Shanahan can game plan against a top-notch pass rusher. He did it last year in the playoffs in a big game against Parsons and the Cowboys. But, evidenced by yesterday, the 49ers in a blowout victory gave up 3 sacks to TJ Watt, the man who has the most sacks in a single season ever. Like, he has a single season record for sacks. And before Bosa, he was the highest paid edge rusher in history. And he unfairly put Colton McKivitz out there on an island. And I want to give Colton McKivitz a chance. But, he needed help. And Shanahan just, it's not that he can't. It's he's stubborn. And I'll never say, well, let's fire Shanahan. But I'm saying, if he has a weakness, if something's going to ruin this season that could be a Super Bowl, it's that Brock Purdy or Christian McCaffrey can get hurt because they can't run right, and they overuse their running backs, and they can't block the right side. First of all, McKivitz is not on the level of Trent Williams, which no one is, right? Everyone's going to be picking on the right side of the line. And Kyle can remedy this with Kittle and Juszczyk, but he's not helping. So this is why it scares me. This is why what happened to the Jets scares me, because I believe in Brock. The first time I seen this dude, I said, this dude's got a noodle arm, but he's got something to him. Like, I will rock with Brock, right? He moves the offense. He makes you feel confident. I just made a video. This guy, in the 10-yard dash, he's in the upper percentile. He has athleticism. He has a burst. He doesn't have long speed, but he can move, and he knows when to go. He's not a sneaky athlete. He's a sneaky assassin. The problem is, when you kind of move around like that, you can get hurt. And when you got a weak side of the line, and our coach just for some reason, like he expects receivers and tight ends to block like linemen. And if you saw Brandon Ayuk and Ray McLeod block for McCaffrey, yeah, they do it. But those guys are special. He expects smaller guys to block top-notch defensive edge rushers, and just like TJ Watt is something different. And almost every team, they don't have a TJ Watt, but they have a special edge rusher. They're going to go against the Browns and Garrett. They're going to go against the Cowboys and Parsons. They're going to go against the Commanders and their plethora of pass rushers. Same with the Eagles. And Kyle, we have Kittle. Like we got to help those guys out. So that's why it was so for this season, for the 2023 season, which we still got all our guys. It was it adds a little doubt for this season, because I see a scenario via game plan and personnel. Game plan with Kyle. Sometimes he believes in his guys. I'm happy he believes in Colt McKivitz, but give the brother a shot. You're blocking TJ Watt, Sometimes he'll leave an unnamed tight end who I don't want to talk about again, to leave in the NFC playoffs, in the NFC Championship game. I don't want to. Kyler Croft, how are you gonna play Croft? And what are you doing? What are you doing, Kyle? But he has that tendency, so that's why the Trey Lance trade to the Cowboys. And say what you want about Trey Lance, I think he sees the field. He does not have what you saw with Brock, where he can throw a Brandon Ayuk open with that. He doesn't have that timing. He doesn't have that. He doesn't trust what he sees. He doesn't have that anticipation. He doesn't trust it. But what he does have is like an Alex Smith, where I'm not going to mess this up. He went to North Dakota. He played on a defensive team that runs the ball. And he says, I'm not going to make an interception. And sometimes that costs him with the Niners, where he's just holding the ball and not firing when he sees the guy open, not anticipating. But you'd rather have that than a guy who's going to mess it up, like a Sam Darnold, or even what we saw tonight with Josh Allen. And okay, if there's top 2 quarterbacks in the league, it's Patrick Mahomes and it's Josh Allen. If my life depended on dueling out Patrick Mahomes, the other guy I want to have on my side is Josh Allen. But you see what happens when you turn the ball Allen over, right? And even Josh Allen, the great Josh Allen, easily a top 5 quarterback, maybe top 2. You do too much. You turn the ball over when you don't have to, and you can blow a game that you have in the bag. All right, you can blow a game you have in the bag, and look what Josh Wilson did tonight. They weren't running anything special. The main thing he did is throw it in the direction of Garrett Wilson, who's sensational, by the way. Whoever his fantasy owners are upset because you lost Aaron Rodgers. Get it to the good players, keep it on your side, and you can win some games. We got a good defense and a tremendous running game. It's basically don't mess it up, and then Trey Lance can play that game. As long as he hits most of the easy ones, and he can do some play action, make some good plays. I think we're missing that. I think the Niners are missing that backup, and I hope it doesn't cost us. I think it's already costing us now because we could have signed Sam Darnold. We signed him. We probably should be trading him to the Jets right now. Now we don't have that option. And now Trey Lance is on the Cowboys for a 4th round pick, and maybe we could have got a 3rd round out of it. I just sincerely hope what happened to the Jets doesn't happen to the 49ers, but oh well, we're going to rock with Brock. That's what I wanted all along, but this was my concern, where your number 1 quarterback goes down, and then you're stuck with a backup that's a clown. And I'm on record. I'm happy that the 49ers signed Sam Darnold. I'll take him over someone who doesn't have talent. But it's just a propensity to do a super great play and then inexplicably turn the ball over when you don't have to. That's the thing that could blow this year. And you saw it tonight with Josh Allen, who's on a whole nother level. That propensity to mess things up when you don't have to, because the 49ers have a heck of a defense, tremendous running game, and you see what Brock does. Just make plays, keep the offensive rhythm, get the ball. I mean, he gets criticized, and Niners have a bunch of good players. Yeah, get the ball to the good players. It's not that damn hard. That's what Brock does. And I'm not in no way I'm saying that anything bad about Brock, because who would you rather have? Brock at what you pay him, or another top 10 quarterback that Brock gets paid nothing? I'll take Brock over a lot of people. Brock at his price compared to a lot of quarterbacks at their price. I think Brock is just that good. It's not about Brock. It's about if Brock gets hurt, like what happened to Aaron Rodgers. If Brock has a weakness, is that he's smaller and he's coming off an injury. We'll just have to, only God can protect Brock Purdy right now, because it doesn't seem like Kyle Shanahan wants to put guys on that right side of the line like Kittle, or even check with Juszczyk or whatever, and he's going to overrun some of our he's going to overrun McCaffrey. So that's my nightmare. My nightmare, why I was so big on keeping Trey Lance, a conservative quarterback who could have done what Josh Wilson did today, but with less likely to turn the ball over. That's why I was really hoping we kept Trey Lance. But you know what? He's gone now. I hope it doesn't bite us. And maybe Sam Darnold, maybe he can. Hopefully we never have to see him. But the Niners whooped butt. But Brock Purdy took some licks. I'll make another Brock Purdy video later on. I've already said in the highlights that this guy is more than just a sneaky athlete. He runs a tremendous 10-yard dash. He's very quick. He's got moves. Good. But there's another box he checked. Coming off a major injury and keeping his mentals. He got beat up a little bit today, kept his mentals, stayed cool under pressure. And again, Brock Purdy still has some questions, but they're all theoretical. All Brock Purdy's questions are theoretical. Can he win in pure passing situations? When he faces a Patrick Mahomes or a Josh Allen, and it's all shootout, hey, maybe a team might think about getting the 49ers in a shootout, but then you got to think about that 49er pass rush too. All the questions about Brock, they're all theoretical, and every single game he checks a box. That's the guy. That's the guy we want. I don't see Brock Purdy blowing a game like Josh Allen did today. Josh Allen, he really blew the game. He did things he didn't need to do. He put the ball in danger. He put himself in danger physically. I don't see Brock Purdy doing that, but I see Brock do it pretty at a lower level doing that. And I see, but he doesn't have the physical strength that Josh Allen has. This is a great roster. I'm not gloom and doom. But I just have that in the NFL, quarterbacks can go down. They can go down for a couple of weeks. And the 49ers are built to, they could win a game on defense and running game and not turning it over. Similar to what the Jets had to do with Josh Wilson. Hey, throw it up, just like Josh Wilson threw it to Garrett Wilson today. Niners can do that in the red zone with Ayuk, but now we got Sam Darnold. We only got a 4th round pick. I hope it doesn't bite us, but this is why. Anyway, Gary Lamb, Main Event Mania. Sad news in the NFL. I hope it's something else. I hope it's not an Achilles for Aaron Rodgers. But we're just counting our blessings now because the 49ers, nobody hurt. Thank God, but we really have to resolve the issue, and it's not all Colton McKivitz. Maybe besides Trent Williams himself, it'd be hard to block a TJ Watt. The 49ers are equipped to put our tight end Kittle, who's one of the best tight end online blockers in the whole NFL. They're equipped to do that, and they got to start thinking about that. Garrett Wilson's going to come to town with the Browns, and I saw him rushing right up the middle. The 49ers really have to. They have great blockers everywhere. They did the great receivers. They have great receiving blockers. They got Juszczyk in the backfield. They got to start accounting for these edge rushers, because if we lose Brock Purdy, I don't feel as confident going for a long stretch of time with our current backup situation. But you know what? None of that happened, and I think the next whatever next box Brock Purdy is going to check, he's gonna make the moves. He's gonna answer the questions, but we got to keep that guy in the field and not let what happened to Aaron Rodgers happen to our team. This has been Gary Lamb, Main Event Mania special Monday night football edition. Thank you for supporting me. Keep it real, keep it clean. God bless you. For Panda, see you later, friends.